Hey, it's Dale Calvert. It's Christmas Eve. I have people coming over a little while tonight. We have people coming tomorrow, and I just need to have a brain dump. I'm going to share with you the three paradigm shifts that career minded, and that's a key term, career minded team builders must have and must have now if they expect to move forward in the network marketing profession over the next few years. And again, I just needed to get this out of my mind. So if you guys will bear with me, I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible, but it's very, very important stuff. And we just got to get real with the way it is. This is straight talk. And some things I'm realizing can only come from somebody that's been involved in this profession for 40 years, uh, and not just involved, but involved as a struggling distributor for 3 years, a six-figure earner, and able to leave my job after 5 years, a company owner, someone who's spent 19 years in the last 5 years building teams, made over $10 million before retiring from building teams the first time. So I'm not just talking about somebody that's been around for 40 years. I'm somebody that has actually studied human behavior, trends, business trends, and the network marketing business model in detail. And the bottom line, guys, it's not 1995 anymore. You know, back in 1995, when some of you were around and Success Magazine comes out with, we're going to create millionaires or we create millionaires, we had the world, the entrepreneurial revolution by the palm of the hand. And I've seen it and watched it, as many of you have, totally slip away. So the network marketing business model, many of us experienced in the past, and what it is today is like unrecognizable. I said here comparing apples and oranges, but it's really much, much deeper than that. Most network marketing leaders and serious team builders are in a state, and this is a very important term, they're in a state, I'm talking about workers, are in a state of counterproductive persistence. Counterproductive persistence. That's a term from Dr. Jordan Peterson I talked about on last week's podcast. But if you're watching this, that means probably you. And the reality is what we saw in the past, it's over and it's not coming back. Name one person, think about this, name one person that you have ever met since 2010 who got involved with network marketing, the network marketing business model, any company with no background, no experience. I'm not talking about they've been around for years and they brought a team with them, but I'm talking about somebody who started from scratch and within 3 to 5 years built a six-figure income. Name one. In 95, when Success Magazine came out with We Create Millionaires, multiple stories like that existed in every company. So what's really changed? And again, I've talked about this on the podcast many times. So I'm not going to get into a lot of detail, but I think reality needs to set in with serious-minded people that what we're doing is not working, and what do we have to do to get to where we want to go, and more importantly, help our team members get there. The truth about developing a customer base. I talked to a person this morning, one of probably the number one retailer in their company. Number one. And I said, look, and we were having this conversation. I said, it's changed. The market's changed. And I said, think of all the people that you've had that you've sold products to in the last year. Here's a real important question. How many of them ordered products this month? And it was like silence. I could feel the paradigm shift coming through the phone. So the retail to recruit customer acquisition system is something that I've taught for years. We've gotten way beyond that, way far off away from that. It's not even close to what it really takes to develop a solid customer base. And this is such an important topic. I'm going to do another video on it later. But you can read an article. It's over at mlmhelp.com. It was written in 1998 by Dr. Kevin Campbell, and the title is "Whatever Happened to Retail and Sound Customer Acquisition Systems in MLM? Where's it gone?" That was written in 1998. Again, it's over at MLMhelp.com. See, when a movement gets away from the core fundamentals, there's always unintended consequences, and that's the state in which network marketing is in today. Only a fool argues with facts. We all want to talk about how it used to be, what it used to be, how it used to be phenomenal, but the numbers don't lie. Today, network marketing is not the only game in town. Why would any entrepreneur-minded person choose to attempt to build a network marketing company in 2022? I mean, you can see the Google data trends as far as interest in this profession since 2003. Why? There's too many other games in town. And let me be clear. I've said for many years that, in my opinion, network marketing is the number one personal development program in the world with the compensation plan attached. It's the number one way to help average people with above average desire get out of their job, create financial independence, and even legacy wealth if the stars line up. If the stars line up, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But straight talk, back in 1999, I put out this audio called "Network Marketing is a Scam" and got death threats over it. People calling me everything in the book. "Dale, you've made millions of dollars in this profession. Why would you call it a scam?" And my message back then was, look, guys, we got to get better at what we're doing. Our competition is the dead-end job. It's not each other. And again, I'm not going to go through all that, but that's a free. I put this online probably 2 or 3 years ago, trying again to help people understand the path that we're on as a profession is not a good path in any way, shape, or form. And then about 5 years ago, Ron Henley and myself did this webinar. It's called "The 4 Stages of a Movement." I got it out there as many times as I can. If you're a regular listener to this podcast, you've heard it dozens of times. Every movement goes through 4 stages. It doesn't matter what kind of movement we're talking about. In network marketing from the 70s through 1995 was a movement. A movement. It came out of the personal development era in world history. And there's an awakening, and then there's growth. And then comes speculation. And when you start speculating with the core fundamentals on which businesses and teams are built, once you start to speculate down the road, which is where we are now, there's always unintended consequences. And then a movement goes from speculation to dissipation. And that's what we talked about 5 years ago, trying to warn people, hey guys, we got to get back on track. We got to get down to the core fundamentals of what it takes to build this business and quit chasing all these, I'm going to teach you how to have a blog. And if you want to be perceived to be a network marketing professional, then you must have a blog, and run these people out of town and get back to what really it takes to build a business. And that was where I was coming from when we did this. And what I have seen since that time, we didn't do a lot of good. We didn't do a lot of good because network marketing has gone from a state of dissipation to delusional. Delusional. In my opinion, and I did a podcast about this year, network marketing has become a business model of fear because most people involved in network marketing are too afraid to do anything, to take action because of their mind programming, and the start stops most people. But it's become a network, a industry, a profession, a niche full of fear and delusion, and in my opinion, the most delusional business model on the planet. So a year and a half or so ago, I decided, hey, I'm liquidating everything, all my network marketing websites, all my intellectual property. I just want to do other things, spend time with my grandkids. I've got other businesses I'm interested in. And I've done everything. I've said everything from 1999 when we came out with Network Marketing is a Scam to the critical message for network marketing pros. I mean, I've done everything, said everything, and people are constantly looking for easier, faster ways to do it. And the more shortcuts, the better. Let me find a hack, a funnel, a lead source that may last for a few months and until it doesn't work anymore. And I just got tired of dealing with it. And then uh, a program was presented to me where all 4 stars had lined up without question. All 4 stars had lined up. It was the first time in history that a proven company with 6-figure monthly earners from around the world were coming to America to launch. So you didn't have to figure out, would this work? Because it had already worked. It was like having a crystal ball. And I did a video, it's on YouTube, called The Best Network Marketing Opportunity for 2021 and Why. And I talked about the 4 stars, which I'm not going to get into detail here. And my only goal was to figure out, when the 4 stars do line up, and they do, can it be done in North America, in the United States and Canada today? Can we find people that are willing to go to work, willing to be teachable, and watch them continually monthly progress, increasing their organizational size, their customer base, and their income? Can that be done today? And that's all I really wanted to know. And it's been a phenomenal year in many, many ways for myself and many of our team members. This was just something that my upline, my sponsor, Curry Russell's like a son to me, put on our Facebook page. He said, being one of the best in the industry is an understatement. Not only have you been in the top recruiters list 3 different times in your first 8 months, for the record, we've made it 4 times in our first 10 months. This was written after 8 months. But you've personally sponsored well over 20 diamonds in your first 8 months, in addition to earning 2 cruises. Dale and Don Calvert, 2 of my most favorite people on the planet. The truth is, he likes Don a lot more than me, as most people do and should. Your passion for the industry and the people who decide to take action in it is so inspiring. Thank you for trusting me and continuing to build with me. I appreciate you both very much. Congratulations on being one of the only people in the company to have ever reached the Diamond Flight Club 2 times in the same year. And I honestly don't even know what the Diamond Flight Club is, because honestly, it's never been about me. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about what can be duplicated on your team. So I wanted to figure out, can the 4 stars line up? And over the last year, we've had the opportunity to work with some of the most awesome people in the world. A team of people that Don and I have truly grown to love and care about, and people that are workers, not just sitting around being part of the social club, but workers. And here's what I've come to realize over the last 12 months. We've all, including myself, and I've been in this state for years, ever since I started the podcast. We all have been in a state of counterproductive persistence. Not that we're not working hard, not that we're not moving forward, but it's been baby steps. It's been baby steps because the market has changed. And I have come to the conclusion with this organization, the only way to accomplish what can be accomplished is with what I'm calling Web 3.0 lead generation. And even with that, it's going to take 3 to 5 years of consistent, daily, persistent action, getting the products and the opportunity in front of people. And I have a whole plan for that, where we're outsourcing a lot of lead generation, a lot of areas that we were moving into. But then I have to just really stop and ask myself, is that really what I want to do the next 5 years? Because I'm willing to do it. I can do it. I will do it if I decide to. And we have many people on our team that can as well. But the normal person will never do it. They'll never do it. And knowing that and being real with that, is that really the direction to move in? So if we step back and look at the network marketing business model, and you can talk about any company you want, look at your team. Here's a question I've been asking for 7 or 8 years. 7 or 8 years, For 7 or 8 years, I would go in and speak for different companies, do keynotes at network marketing conventions. I still do that. And one of my talks, one of my trainings, I would ask, how many of you have been around the profession 10 years or more? And it's like 55% of the people, 10 years or more. And then I would say, how many of you have been around the profession 3 years or less? And it's about 35, 40% of the people. And then I say this, leaders, where are all the 3 to 9 year people? Where are the future leaders of this industry? We've got newbies and people that have been hanging on for 10 plus years. Where are the people in between? That should be a clue. So there's and again, I get into a lot more detail in this in some of the podcasts, but there's 3 types of people. This is the vast majority, 95% of people in network marketing. This is not a business. It's not a business. It's a social club. It's a social club. It's not a business any longer. Then we have number 2, those that have been involved in Melaleuca or whatever for 15, 20, 30 years. And, they got involved in the right company, right time in history, built a huge organization that expanded through all over the world. And I just said Melaleuca. We could name multiple different companies. And all they're doing is watching their check just go down, 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 year after year after year. And they're just trying to grasp and hold on to their dwindling checks however they can. That's the second group. The third group, I'm not picking on millennials because some of our best people on our team are millennials, but I'm saying delusional millennials. They're trying to build a following because that's what their gurus and their uplines are teaching them to do. So post on social media 5 times a day or whatever. And so the first paradigm shift is workers, 5%, are in a state of lack of core systems, they don't have core systems proven to plug their teams into. They don't have enough lead generation methods, and they don't understand the emotional state of the market. And because of those 3 core things, the core fundamental systems, lack of enough lead generation, what I call lead generation 3.0, and they don't really understand the emotional state of the market, they're in workers, and I'm only talking about, that's about 5% of the people involved in network marketing because the other 95% are social club members. Workers are they're in a state of counterproductive persistence. So important that people understand that. So when we started a year ago or so building this new team, here's the one thing that I did not understand. See, I did not understand that the emotional state of the market determines your financial success. And again, I've done a whole video on this. I did it exclusively for our team. It's private. Nobody can access it, but I'm giving you the link. I may put it in the description if you want to see this, because this is a in-depth, heavy, deep training. But here's what you need to understand. See, baby boomers no longer determine trends. It's now the millennials. It's changed. There's been a shift that happened last year where the number of millennials on the planet outnumber the number of baby boomers. And their mindset is totally different. Totally different. Right, wrong, and different, it doesn't matter. But here's what I do know. When you have a negative ion drop, which is what we have as a product, based upon science, Dr. Earl Mendel wrote a book about negative ions and how beneficial they are in your body. A phenomenal product that just works. And you take that to the marketplace. Here's what the market hears. Oh, another vitamin product. Oh, another juice. Oh, another this. Oh, another that. That's the emotional state of the market. And I don't care if we're talking about nutrition. I don't care if we're talking about skincare. I don't take if we're talking about travel. Absolutely, for sure. And the list goes on and on of virtually every network marketing product out there. Oh, Dale, but ours is different. Dr. Earl Mendel wrote a book about negative ions and how hey, if you got to talk about Dr. Earl Mendel or anybody else or what are the scientific studies of your product, then all that is an indication that the market does not care. I'm not saying you don't have a phenomenal product. I'm saying the market doesn't care. Years ago, 10 years in this profession, I read an article in Success magazine, and it said, if people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. It changed my life right then, right there, that moment. Because my entire career, I had marketed products and services that I believed in, and people need it, but they didn't want it. If the market, the emotional state of the market is curious, they want it, they want to learn more, they want to try it, you're gold. If it's not, you're fighting a battle that may or may not be worth fighting. So here's what I didn't know when I started last year, and I did that video, the 4 stars video, and I outlined the best network marketing company opportunity for 2021. And I was right on. I was right on. You can watch the video and it's documented. I love the fact that, it is what it is. I like documenting this stuff. But you can look, because in the summer, the product was rated the #1 product in network marketing. And here a couple of weeks ago, the company was rated the #1 opportunity, voted the #1 opportunity in network marketing. Why? Because the stars have lined up. They pay out 63% back to the field, more than any other company in the history of consumable network marketing products. The product is based upon science, and I could go through the other 4 stars. I'm not going to right now, because really, it doesn't matter. The 4 stars don't matter, because there's the 5th star. And I did not realize that. And I've done a video this December, and we'll look back next December and we'll see that I was correct again. Not because I'm some kind of genius or whatever, but I've just been around 40 years. I've watched this. I understand it. I get it. I tell people I don't even know how to change the oil in my car, but I can pay somebody to. This is my world. Human development, human performance, trends, network marketing. This is the world I've lived in for 40 years. So again, that video, here it is. It's on YouTube. You can go check it out if you want. If you want to know what the best opportunity is for 2022, you will learn it right there. But again, the second paradigm shift is the emotional state of the market, and the market is not baby boomers. The emotional state of the market determines your financial success. And again, there's a lot of thought in this presentation. It's been private, only available to our personal team, and I may make the link available in the description, or if not, you can write it down there if you want to. Stop this video. Those with leadership titles in network marketing have no understanding of where their focus should be. They don't. Everywhere I go, everybody I talk to, it's like, I got to find this lead, got to try this. I'm going to try this for this. I'm going to try that. Try. We got to be beyond trying, and we have to have proven systems in place for launching our business, a retail to recruit system, a 2-step recruiting process. We got to have the systems in place, because systems can be duplicated. Your personality cannot be. And the bottom line is, if you build people, people will build the business. But we don't want to tell people what they need to hear, because they might fall off autoship next month. I wrote about this in 1999 in the booklet, Why the Masses of Network Marketers Are Frustrated, Confused, and Don't Have a Clue What They're Doing. And then probably 7-8 years ago, when attraction marketing was the buzzword. People were telling people, go on YouTube every day and talk about that which you do not know. Call yourself a network marketing consultant, trainer, guru, whatever, and fake it till you make it. And I wrote a book, and it's only available now, I think, just on Barnes and Noble, but it's called The 7 Lies of Attraction Marketing. And I saw this trend before it started, that this is going to be a disaster. And for 97% of the people, it has been a disaster. Just like for 97% of the people that were told you have to start a blog and blog every day and write 3 articles a week, it was a disaster. Most people that set up network marketing blogs, when that was the in thing to do a few years ago, it's like they have a billboard in the middle of the desert. I mean, the amount of misinformation away from the core fundamentals of team building that has been propagated throughout this profession in the last, since 2000, has been horrifying. So those with leadership titles in the MOM have no understanding of where their focus should be, and it should be on building people. Brian Tracy told us the best leaders don't create followers. They create other leaders. Just because a bunch of people are following you on TikTok or whatever because they like watching you instead of cat videos on YouTube does not mean those are the people that you're going to build a team with. That means people that you're going to have to burp and diaper and motivate and beg to do anything. You're looking for the right people at the right time in their life. Network marketing is not about extra income. It's about replacing your full-time income, creating financial independence, and wealth generation. And if that can't be done, then why do it? If you just want a few hundred extra bucks a month, go to yard sales, buy stuff, come home, put them on Facebook Marketplace for double what you paid for them, and you can make a few hundred extra dollars a month. There's much easier ways, and you don't have to involve other human beings. Your long-term income in network marketing is in direct proportion to the number of homegrown leaders that are developed on your team. Period. End of story. And nobody talks about this anymore. Nobody talks about this. It's diminished to a point that is just unbelievable. And when the internet took away the ability to develop closed cultures where we could teach specific systems, and then they started hearing 1,000 voices from 1,000 self-proclaimed gurus trying to teach them how to do something they've never done, and we allowed all that to come in and infiltrate this industry, and we let the industry slip into a state of speculation. That's what's happened, and I've watched it, as many of you have. And again, I talk about this in detail. When a movement gets away from the core fundamentals, there's always unintended consequences. That's at momhelp.com/critical. And again, we've gone from a state of dissipation to a state of delusion. The focus must be on finding the right people at the right time in their life. I've always looked at myself as a talent scout. You're a talent scout. Who can you build with? Who can you work with? Who has the work ethic? Who has the ability to learn and the willingness to learn? And you must make major changes, ladies and gentlemen, team builders, right now, like going into next year, the next 12 months. You got to revamp a lot of things or watch your checks continue to dwindle down. And your focus must be on building people. You are in the leadership development business. Your long-term income is in direct proportion to the number of leaders that are developed keyword on your team. And you can only develop people with systems. That's the way the real world does it. That's the way McDonald's does it. That's the way big box stores does it, and all of the real world. It's not about finding a leader. It's about developing leaders. And it takes a very systematic launch approach when they first join, systematic customer acquisition process, which on a scale of 1 to 10, how well that's being done in this profession, it's like a 2. It's a 2. The best retailers in your company, people out there in the markets, retailing product, creating customers every single month, have had this past month if they looked at all the people that they've ever sold product to and how many actually ordered last month, it would give them a dose of reality that very few can even can handle, because that's the truth. So we have to get 10 times better than we are, or realize this is just the world in which we live. And is it really worth the time, energy, and effort that it's going to take to build what I'm hoping to build? Then you have a 2-step recruiting process. Play 1 is create curiosity. Play 2 is let them hear the whole story. And then this is the key moving forward, is you got to have massive lead generation. How many leads do you have in your funnel right now? How many people have you recruited in the last 90 days? If you're not recruiting 3 to 5 brand new people every single month on your personal team, you have no chance at ever creating momentum. None. So the question really comes down to, is there enough hours in the day to create enough leads that I need to create to recruit my 3 to 5 a month? Honestly, I don't think there is with 99% of the companies, because the market doesn't care. The only way I can see that this can happen, and this was the path that we were on, is outsourcing as much of your lead generation as possible. But that's going to cost money, and you can't expect new people to pay an outsourcer $400 or $500 a month to do lead generation. But that's the only way I see this playing out if you're involved in a traditional network marketing company with a consumable product. So those with leadership titles, again, have no understanding where their focus should be. People must act in accordance to their program, period, end of story. And network marketing used to be a personal development program with a compensation plan attached, and we've gotten so far away from that, or we just tiptoe around it to a point that it's scary. I mean, there's people watching this video right now, and people that are listening to this. Like every December, I release my Programming Your Mind for Success program. And I was telling somebody this morning, another person I was talking to, most network marketers this coming year need to forget doing any type of marketing, any type of promotion, and every day the time that they have needs to be devoted to reprogramming their mind for success, because they're overcome with emotional fight, flight, or freeze DNA that's been reinforced, and they don't know how to persist through anything. They're scared of everything. And if you look at my podcast, there's more sessions been talked about fear than any other thing, because the start stops most people. And honestly, not just for their network marketing future, but for their future in general, in any business or any endeavor or any aspect of life, getting the right programming that you can build upon is really the secret. It's the most important training I do. If you haven't seen it, programmingyourmind.com. If it's still in December, it will still be up, and then it comes down January 1st. And you'll have to wait till next year. But that's the bottom line. We're trying to work with people that are programmed for mediocrity, programmed for entertainment, programmed for having fun, and not programmed with the disciplines and the focus and major focus that it takes to build not just a network marketing team, but any business in today's world. So I love building businesses. I do. Don and I operate multiple businesses. We've sent out over 3,000 and some customer orders in the last 60 days. It's been crazy through our e-com businesses. But I realize I love building teams much more. And I can promise you, Dale Calvert will never attempt to build a team ever again the rest of my life unless the 5 stars, all 5, have lined up. Because if they haven't, you have a 95%, If they do, you have a 95% opportunity for success if you have all 5 stars lined up. All 5, not 3 of the 5, not 2 of the 5. You have all 5 stars lined up. You have a 95% chance for success. And if they haven't lined up, you have a 95% chance of failure when they don't. And see, some of you are thinking what I would be thinking. Yeah, well, last year you said the 4 stars. Now you're saying 5. Yeah, why has it changed? Because I've seen people that have been around the profession a year, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, and longer, who had never sponsored 10 people in a year, ever. When they got involved with an opportunity that we were working with them on and with that has 5 stars lined up, the emotional acceptance of the marketplace is there. There's a natural curiosity in the marketplace right now like never before with any other product that I've ever been involved with or service. And all 5 stars are lined up. I could show you 40, 50 people, and I have on other presentations, but 40 or 50 people who've never sponsored 10 people in a year, been around the profession 3, 5, 10 years or longer, never sponsored 10 people in a year. I've watched them when the 5 stars line up, the program I talk about here. I've watched them enroll 25 people in less than 90 days. And I wouldn't believe that if somebody was telling me that, but it's the truth and it's documented. I've documented all of it. So I will never attempt to build a team again anywhere if all 5 stars haven't lined up. So guys, I've shared with you the 3 paradigm shifts for career-minded team builders that you must have. I hope these helped you. And just to recap real quick, 95% of network marketers are just enjoying the social club. That's the truth. The 5% that are consistently working and they're in a state of counterproductive persistence because they're working programs where the 5 stars have not lined up. I don't know any clearer way to say it. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I don't know about you, but I want to maximize the time, effort, and energy I put into anything, any business, any activity with family. I want to maximize it. I want to be there. I want to take it all in. I don't want to just be on that hamster wheel spinning around and round like 95% of the people on your team are. Number 2, the emotional state of the market determines your upside financial potential no matter how persistent you are or how hard you work. And number 3, those with leadership titles have no clue where their focus should be. And again, if the 5 stars don't line up, you have a 95% chance of frustration followed by failure because it's not 1995 anymore. The market has changed. Network marketing is not the only game in town. Their email boxes bombarded daily with the newest, greatest niche way to create income. It's not 1995 anymore. So that's it, guys. I hope something I've shared with you will stop and make you think, really make you think, engage your brain, ask yourself serious questions. I've heard it said many times that the quality of our life is in direct proportion to the quality of questions that we ask ourselves and then answer them truthfully. My name is Dale Calvert. I'll put some of the links of what I've talked about in the description below. If you haven't visited our podcast at mlmsuccess.com or our main site at mlmhelp.com, I hope you'll come by and say hi. And as always, I appreciate your feedback. I depend upon it. And I don't know what I'm going to do going into this following year as far as MLM success or the whole network marketing profession, because I know in my soul it's gone, it's over, it's never going to return. But I also know there's some really good people that just need to solidify their systems and their processes because they are with great 4-star companies. And if you understand it's a 3 to 5 year game plan, and even if you're with a 4-star company, it can still happen for you. So I don't want to take away my support, but I don't want to waste my time either. So if you liked what I've said here, I've never asked anybody to do that. If I continue to do videos, I'll probably try to get in the habit to remember is, what do they say? Smash the like button, because that helps the algorithms. Just hit the like button. And I always appreciate your comments and your feedback. You guys have a phenomenal, phenomenal Christmas. I'm going to take Dawn to the cemetery. We're going to visit her parents, who she's lost both of them in the last 12 months. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to come back. We're going to have family over tonight and tomorrow. And I've already had Christmas, an awesome Christmas with my family in Kentucky last weekend. And I hope, if you're watching this when it's dropped, which is around Christmas Eve, as a matter of fact, I hope you and yours have a phenomenal Christmas. God bless. Talk to you soon.